Before we dive into the fascinating tales of the Bible, a quick shout out to our sponsor, Men Shop. Here is where men go to find their unique style. It's not just an online store, it's an experience tailored to each man's individual taste. From suave suits to casual tees, they've got it all. It's the one-stop shop for every man who wants to look his best. So, where do men shop? They shop at menshophere.com. Discover a shopping experience tailored just for you. Okay, story time. Today, we're exploring the intriguing stories of 5 wicked women from the Bible. These women, known for their cunning and deceit, have left an indelible mark on biblical history. Each one, with her unique blend of manipulation and wickedness, has given rise to tales that continue to captivate us. We'll delve into the depths of their stories, exploring their motivations, their actions, and the consequences they faced. We'll seek to understand what drove them to such lengths, and how their actions impacted those around them. From the royal halls of power to the humblest of homes, these women wielded their influence with a ruthless determination that still echoes today. Their stories are a testament to the dark side of human nature and a reminder of the power of choice. Prepare to dive into tales of deceit, manipulation, and wickedness like no other. Remember, to continue traveling through time, subscribe and like to Time Travelers. Our first wicked woman, Jezebel, a queen known for her evil deeds. Jezebel, the daughter of the king of Sidon, was no ordinary woman. Her name echoes through history, a symbol of manipulation and wickedness. Married to King Ahab of Israel, she used her position to promote the worship of Baal, a Canaanite deity, directly challenging the monotheistic faith of Israel. Jezebel was not content to merely influence, she sought control. When Naboth, a humble vineyard owner, refused to sell his land to King Ahab, Jezebel took matters into her own hands. She orchestrated a cunning plan, falsely accusing Naboth of blasphemy and ensuring his execution. With Naboth out of the picture, the vineyard was seized, demonstrating Jezebel's ruthless pursuit of power and disregard for justice. Her actions did not go unnoticed. The prophet Elijah prophesied her gruesome end, devoured by dogs with none to mourn her. Yet, even in the face of this prophecy, Jezebel remained unrepentant. She continued her wicked ways, inciting Ahab and their son Ahaziah to sin against God. Eventually her end came as prophesied. Thrown from a window by her own servants, Jezebel met her demise. The dogs, just as Elijah had predicted, devoured her. Her death marked the end of the house of Ahab and the beginning of a new era for Israel. Jezebel's story is a dire warning, a tale of unchecked ambition and ruthless manipulation. Her legacy, etched in the annals of biblical history, serves as a reminder of the destructive power of wickedness and deceit. Even today, the name Jezebel is used to denote a scheming, manipulative woman. Her life, filled with treachery and wicked deeds, left an indelible mark on history. Jezebel, a woman whose name is synonymous with wickedness and deceit. Next up we have Delilah, a woman whose charm led to a hero's downfall. Delilah, a name that resonates through history, synonymous with treachery and deceit. She was by all accounts a woman of incomparable beauty and irresistible charm. But beneath this alluring exterior lay a cunning mind and a heart capable of betrayal. Our tale unfolds in the land of the Philistines, where Delilah caught the eye of Samson, a man renowned for his supernatural strength. Samson was smitten, utterly captivated by Delilah's beauty. But unbeknownst to him, Delilah had been approached by the rulers of the Philistines, who sought to uncover the secret of Samson's strength and bring about his downfall. Under the guise of love, Delilah set about her task. 3 times she asked Samson for the source of his strength, and thrice he misled her. But Delilah was persistent. She coaxed and cajoled, using her charm to wear down Samson's resolve. Eventually he revealed the truth. His strength lay in his uncut hair, a symbol of his dedication to God. Seizing her opportunity, Delilah had Samson's hair cut while he slept, leaving him weak and defenseless. The Philistines captured him, gouged out his eyes, and made him a slave. And Delilah? She disappeared from the pages of history, her mission accomplished. Her story is a stark reminder of the double-edged sword that is charm and beauty. Used with kindness and sincerity, they can inspire love and loyalty. But wielded with deceit, as Delilah did, they can lead to devastation and ruin. Delilah, a testament to the destructive power of seduction and betrayal. This was a woman who used her allure to manipulate and betray, forever etching her name in history as a symbol of deception. Through her story, we are reminded of the profound impact our actions can have and the lasting legacy they leave behind. Our third wicked woman, Herodias, a queen who would stop at nothing for power. Herodias, a name that rings with ambition, manipulation and revenge. Born into the royal family of Judea during the 1st century, she was no stranger to the intoxicating allure of power. Herodias was first married to Herod II, her half-uncle. However, her eyes soon landed on another man, Herod Antipas, the ruler of Galilee and Perea. Despite both being married, they entered into an illicit relationship, causing a scandal that echoed through the corridors of the palace. John the Baptist, a revered prophet of the time, publicly condemned their relationship, causing Herodias' rage to ignite. She held a grudge against him, and when opportunity struck, she was quick to seize it. During Herod Antipas' birthday feast, Herodias' daughter Salome danced before the ruler and his guests. Her performance was so pleasing that Herod Antipas promised to grant her any request. Coached by her mother, Salome asked for the head of John the Baptist on a platter. Caught in his oath and the eyes of his guests, Herod Antipas had no choice but to order the beheading of John the Baptist. Herodias finally had her revenge. Her lust for power and her unwillingness to accept criticism had led to the death of a revered prophet. Despite this victory, Herodias' story did not end happily. Her ambition eventually led to the downfall of her and Herod Antipas. When Herodias urged her husband to assert his claim to the title of king, it led to his banishment by the Roman Emperor Caligula. Herodias chose to accompany him into exile, where they disappeared into the annals of history. Herodias, a woman whose actions speak volumes about the lengths some will go for power. Finally, we have Athaliah and Sapphira, two women who lived and died by their wicked ways. Let's start with Athaliah. The only woman to have reigned as queen in both the kingdom of Judah and Israel, she was a woman of power. But her reign was marked by bloodshed and idolatry. She seized the throne through ruthless means, killing all potential heirs in her own family. Yet, her wickedness was her downfall. After a rule filled with treachery and deceit, she was overthrown and executed, her death marking the end of the wicked house of Ahab. Then we have Sapphira. Her story is a cautionary tale from the New Testament. Along with her husband Ananias, she sold a piece of property. They pledged to donate all the proceeds to the church, but secretly kept back some for themselves. When Peter questioned Ananias about this deception, he dropped dead. Sapphira, unaware of her husband's fate, later repeated the lie. Upon her deceit being revealed, she too fell down and breathed her last breath. Her story serves as a stark warning against deceit and greed. Both Athaliah and Sapphira used deceit and treachery to further their own ends. Their stories serve as potent reminders that wickedness, while it may bring temporary gain, often leads to one's downfall. These women, driven by their ambitions, allowed their moral compasses to falter. They sought power, wealth, and influence, but their actions led to their undoing. In the grand tapestry of biblical stories, Athaliah and Sapphira stand out, not for their virtues, but for their vices. They remind us that actions have consequences, and wicked deeds often lead to tragic ends. Their stories echo through the ages, timeless warnings against the perils of greed, deceit, and ruthless ambition. Athaliah and Sapphira, women who remind us that wickedness often carries its own downfall. These were the stories of 5 wicked women of the Bible, a journey into the darker side of biblical history. We've delved into the treacherous tales of Jezebel, Delilah, Herodias, Athaliah, and Sapphira, each offering unique lessons about power, betrayal, and consequences. Their stories remind us that even in ancient times, human nature was complex and compelling. To continue traveling through time with us, subscribe and like Time Travelers. Remember, history holds many more stories for us to explore together.